This place is amazing, and you guys are about to be amazed. This is like insane. We are here at the Gtechniq North America main training center, and I'm here with Kris of Gtechniq North America. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Thanks for coming. This is a purpose-built facility for everything from education to learning about the brand, and then also learning about efficiencies and techniques on how to make your shop as efficient as possible.
And it's crazy that the rag company has never been here. We've now managed to come out here, and we've been completely blown away. And so, Kris, I'm extremely excited for you to give us a tour and show all of you watching how cool this place actually is. So let's go ahead and head inside.
Let's check it out.
So we've made our way inside the Gtechniq Works training facility. We obviously have the shop dog, which is a necessity here in all major shops. And this is
Ziva. She is the princess of Gtechniq.
Yes, she is.
She comes to work every day.
Yes.
She is actually the greeter. So.
Well, she's a wonderful dog to be greeted by. And so this place is amazing. And so this building that we're in right now is actually one of two buildings here for Gtechniq North America. This is going to be their training facility. The building just literally 30 seconds that way is going to be the main warehouse and all the other office space for kind of Gtechniq corporate North America. But entryway here, full of cool posters, a lot of race-inspired stuff, which is really cool.
Lots of memorabilia, lots of history.
This is where accreditations happen for Gtechniq coatings, right? Trainings happen for just general detailing training as well. And it's something that really any of you guys can sign up for. Make the trip out here. You guys do what? How many trainings a year do you typically do?
So for accreditation, we do them every 6 weeks. So I believe that comes out to about 10 a year or so for accreditation.
So this is a cool like waiting room area. It's kind of probably the best way to describe it. They have all their different kind of shirts they've created. They've got skateboards, different hats, and this is kind of like a collection of all sorts of different projects you guys kind of had your hands in. And I love this though. All the subtle touches that you would want to see kind of in a showroom, right? DuPont registry, right? You got all the different like Porsche booklets and all that, which is like, you know, if you're a car nerd, this is just a total place. It's a totally cool place to hang out. But coming through here, kind of like a general office kind of environment. Inside here, we have coffee machines, right? A necessity for any training. Coffee bar, right? We have water. And then over here, we have these amazing offices. Over here, we have another office too. And then what's cool is just all the touches, right? Everywhere you look in this entire facility, you have some type of Gtechniq branding. So you guys got more cool trinkets and stuff like that over there. You got an entire hood, which I'm assuming is from something, race car.
From the Infinity Series racer, Joe Graff Jr. we sponsored for a few years. So he pulled that off of one of his wrecks for us, which is kind of cool. So
that's awesome. But what you guys are about to see now
is the best part. So here is the shop space. This is really what it all came down to, is building a purpose-built facility for detailing and educating. Yeah, so just to give a quick little background, this was an abandoned self-serve car wash bay. So there was 3 self-serve car wash bays here. And then behind us where we just walked through in the offices, that was actually a car wash tunnel. And then that little window there was the quarter machine. And so you would go ahead and wash your car in here. So we tore this side down, filled that in with office space, and then put this 4,000 square foot facility up. What's cool about this is that the idea behind it is a lot of detailers, they go into, you know, storage warehouses and they build a detail shop. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you're trying to build a purpose-built facility, it's a lot easier when the bones are already there. So with this already being a car wash service, they already had all the drain systems and everything to code for the city and the town, right? So we didn't have to get anything rezoned. We didn't have to go meet for special permits or anything like that. So it's already there for you, the good bones. And then we just tapped in our wash bay into the old system, and it's all to code, and we saved a ton of money that way. So part of this build out was to get detailers who are looking for their next shop to build a new shop. Think about it much more, right? Look at your location. See if that location you have any abandoned self-serve washes around you, because they're all over the country. And so if you grab one of those, you're going to save a lot of time with dealing with the town for zoning and things like that, and you have a nice good structure to start with. And from there, we just kind of took what we've learned from the years of visiting detail shops and basically designed what would be the most efficient detail shop possible.
So we'll start kind of going through piece by piece and giving you guys a walk around, because I know that from an efficiency standpoint, probably people want to see how things are set up, how they have the pressure washer set up and all that, and we'll get to that here in just a minute. But we'll kind of start over here in this first office, because it's kind of office themed, right? Where you just came from an office.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a little
Conference room.
conference room.
Yeah, so when we have, little smaller classes, when there's not too many people, we can get a little bit more intimate, right?
We'll kind of do a full circle here. So we're in the wash bay, right? We have complete booms overhanging. We actually have 3 different boom poles, right? Which is sick. And then
Mosmatic.
Mosmatic, sweet. I think we have the same. I think we have the same in the studio, in the TRC studio.
Yep.
And then you have rolling. What's behind these rolling doors?
That's just the outside.
Okay.
So ideally, the way the flow of the shop would work is the car would pull around the back. This is your prep bay. This is your wash bay, right? So you have 2 different wash bays, 2 different booms, so you can wash 2 cars at the same time. Yep. So you got 2 separate independent pressure washers. And then in the back corner over there, we have our soft water system and filtration systems for the water. Yep. So it's a state-of-the-art facility, top to bottom. Everything that as a detailer you should think of, we've thought of for you. From the equipment to the processes, everything in here was thought out from experience going to different detail shops.
100%. So we've got flooring. I'm just assuming Swiss Trax flooring underneath us here, and then that's cool because you've got essentially a blower on a boom, right? So you can blow dry the whole vehicle. And what's nice is that since they specialize in coatings, right? Specifically very hydrophobic coatings, right?
Yep.
Blow drying pretty much makes the best sense. Makes the most sense, right?
And that's a heated blower. So
Stop it.
Heats up.
That's super nice.
Are you subscribed to the Rag Company YouTube channel? Because if you're not, you should be. 90% of the people who are subscribed to this channel have cleaner cars. You do the math. I didn't.
Outside of that, you guys have carts kind of all around here, right? Yep. So the carts, I've seen them that have bucket holes in them, so you can actually just move these around and do your washes with just the bucket and still into the cart. Like there's one right over here, there's one over there.
Yep.
And then on top of that, you guys have trash cans on dollies. Huge. Makes it really easy to roll things around, right? Yep. If you're doing PPF or cleaning things up and you have dirty rags, you can literally just move a trash can with you wherever you go, and that's also saves you time. This is kind of where you guys are going to be doing your main washing. All of the walling around here, right, is also waterproof, I'm assuming. I'm digging it. So we'll kind of continue around over here. So over here we have, again, with pressure washer guns, we have Mosmatic everything over here, which is sick. Yep. You have some shelving here for quick kind of grab and go chemicals, right? Everything either has a pump on it, on stainless steel shelves, or you can have some grab and go bottle holders there. Yep. And this is just nice because you can be here in the bay doing your almost full detail process, right? Yeah. Here, there, and pretty much
so the
anywhere.
idea of each area is built out, think of it as a station, right? To be as efficient as possible. So all of your wash chemical, everything you need to wash your car is either on this wall or in this first cabinet right here. So this first cabinet would be your wash cabinet. That'll have all your additional chemical, any specialty brushes from the Rag Company and things like that, right? So we have all that kind of extra stuff, wheel covers, that kind of thing. So the idea, again, is so that way less amount of steps. The least amount of steps possible anytime you're doing things in the shop. That's the whole goal of having carts. That's the whole goal of have everything right in one area.
Right above us, we have a giant light box giving us some just wonderful lighting. And beyond here, we have more cabinets, right, with vacuums here and here. Again, more trash cans on rollers. And then these cabinets here store more product.
Yeah, so that's kind of a carryover a little bit into the wash bay. This one specifically though, this will be your interior chemical cabinet over here. So you got all your interior stuff, so your leather cleaner, your leather guard, tri-clean, all that jazz, and some extra hardware. And then I believe sometimes we have some nice Rag Company towel storage in here as well. But so this would be your interior bay, your express lane would be in this lane here. Wash the car, pull it up, vacuum it out, wipe everything down, pull it up here, it's ready for delivery for the customer, right? Yeah. At the same time, in the other wash bay, that car's getting prepped for paint correction. That car gets done, pull it up into the paint correction bay.
Nice, and that makes sense because of the lighting over there as well. But really quick, I want to talk about what's on the floor. So there are bend packs, is what I'm assuming these are, right?
Bend packs,
In-ground lifts, and how high do they go up?
5.5 feet? Yeah, pretty high. You can change your exhaust. You can do your oil change.
Do you know that? Do you know that from experience?
Yeah.
Yeah. Couple, a little bit of modifications.
Some perks.
Right?
There's some
After hour
perks
stuff.
to the shop here.
We can probably just go straight across
to the
right over here.
Paint correction
so
area.
We'll kind of follow the process, right? Wash, interior, paint correction. So this bay is, again, you guys have made this to where it's mostly black around here with some lighting with different color temperatures, right?
Yep. So you have your remote. These lights, I believe, were from Car Supply's warehouse. They sell those, and they're all temperature controlled. So when we're teaching the classes, we can educate about the color temperatures of the lighting. Ideally, when the car is lifted on the lift, it hits right at a 45. So when it's on the ground, they're not as good. You'll have to bring the roller scan grips over for the lower panels and stuff like that. But we've got all that, that you need. So again, everything's here in this bay for paint correction. So in this cabinet, we have all of our friends that we like to work with and support. You've got the Rupes tools, you got the Merca tools, we got some Kosh pads. So we're not biased. We like to work with everybody and use a little bit of everything. And then you have your chemical. You got all your different polishes, compounds. If it works, we like to use it. And then over here, a lot of times this does turn into the coating area as well when we do classes, just to make it simple. We have the lighting in here, so all your extra handheld lights, scan grips, your Merca polishes and things like that. And then in that big cabinet here, this is gonna be all your coatings.
Nice.
So when we get ready to do the final touches, we're all stocked up with the Ultra, CSL, Halo, everything's in here ready to go. That's the main, flow of the shop.
Okay.
And then we have up front here is the kind of classroom slash clean room is what we like to call it. So you have another slot drain in the ground there.
Yeah.
So in case you're doing PPF or tint or something, you got to squeegee some water. You want to clean it up easy, boom, right there. Right, so you've got to think of all those little things,
100%.
and stuff like that. So another lift in the ground as well. So that's beneficial. All separate lighting in here. So
this is where you have a projector, right? So that during the classes, right, doing the slideshow presentations, everything goes projected onto that back wall there, and this feels like a classroom, which is cool. But the classroom has Viper chairs. Like a whole slew of them. There's this is the most Viper chairs I've ever seen in my life at one time. Just behind Jimmy right there, there's another row of 6 Viper chairs. It's like insane. What is this boat here? Can we use it? Can we go on a boat ride, Kris? What is this for?
This is a dinghy, as they would call it.
Okay.
And it was one of our employees' grandfathers that he had forever. And he actually hand painted it himself, these colors, to match the brand, and did a really good job on it. But they use it at boat shows as part of the setup, just to kind of draw attention. And I believe they put some ice in it with some beers the one time.
That sounds fun.
So you can't go wrong,
Over here it's kind of cool because I wanted to show people this. You guys have some test hoods here, right?
Yep.
Just to be able to mess around with, whether it's training classes, whatever.
Yep.
We always tell people, right, when it comes to detailing, training, learning how to polish for the first time, learning how to coat, things like that, it makes a lot of sense to practice on a test panel.
I mean, you can see, we purposely had these repainted with tons of paint. So we'll teach people how to use a razor to scrape the tops of the, clear coat and all that jazz. So it's good learning for a lot of these guys in the advanced classes and stuff.
Oh, 100%. So when it comes to classes here, right, and people are they interested in signing up and they want to be a part of it, what's the best way for them to find out?
Go to Gtechniq-Works.com. And there's a bunch of forms on there. Just fill out the form, what classes you're interested in, and Sweet Carson will shoot you an email back and kind of get with you on the schedule and what's coming up, and you can schedule your class.
Sweet. And so we didn't even cover this, but there's airlines everywhere, right? With Ultra Air Blaster 2.0s on them, which is pretty sick. And so that's obviously a must in your detail shop. Yep. And you guys have airlines. You have multiple airlines, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got the new guy over here too.
Oh, you got the Mini over there as well. Sick, super cool. But no, this place is just extremely well outfitted. So that brings our tour to a close. Again, this has been an awesome time. I highly encourage anybody that's a detailing enthusiast, a detailing professional, to come out here and check out the facility and, of course, take one of their trainings. Now, if you're interested, we are going to put a link down below in the description so you can check that out for yourself. Also, check out Gtechniq North America down in the description as well. Kris, thank you so much, man.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
Appreciate it, dude. But as always, if you guys enjoy the detailing content, please make sure to give us a big thumbs up, subscribe down below for more, and stay tuned for more videos right here at The Rad Company.